Our history. A narrative we've been taught, carefully constructed, piece by piece. A foundation of events, dates, figures. It forms the bedrock of our understanding. But what if this foundation, while solid in appearance, is merely the visible layer? What if beneath, threads of a far more complex tapestry lie hidden, unseen, untouched? What if the story we know is profoundly incomplete? A version streamlined, perhaps, for convenience, or for something else entirely? We stand at the precipice of a hidden past, a world before our world. Mainstream textbooks present a linear progression. From early hominids, through hunter-gatherers, the rise of agriculture, then grand civilizations. A clear, understandable path. But the earth itself whispers a different tale. Whispers of epochs lost to time. Of vast spans where human ingenuity might have flared, only to be extinguished. Eras of which only fragmented echoes remain. Fragments dismissed as myth. Or anomaly. What if our perception of ancient times is merely a recent snapshot, ignoring countless cycles of rise and fall? An ignorance that keeps us from understanding our true legacy. Consider the megalithic structures. Baalbek, Puma Punku. Structures built with a precision that defies the tools and knowledge we ascribe to their purported builders. Massive blocks, some weighing hundreds of tons, cut and fitted with uncanny accuracy. No mortar. Joints so tight a razor blade cannot pass. Mainstream archaeology struggles to explain these feats. Simple ramps and sheer manpower? Or something more? A forgotten method. A technology lost to the mists of time. These silent sentinels, they challenge our comfortable assumptions about ancient capabilities. For decades, we believed civilization began with agriculture, around 9000 BC. But then, Göbekli Tepe emerged from the Anatolian soil, a monumental complex of intricately carved stone pillars, predating agriculture by thousands of years. 12,000 years old. Before pottery, before writing, before the wheel. Its existence rewrites the story of human development. Who built it? Why? And why was it deliberately buried? This single site alone throws a profound question mark over every timeline in our textbooks. What else lies buried, waiting to overturn our neatly arranged history? Then there are the maps. The Piri Reis map of 1513, depicting the coastline of Antarctica, free of ice, thousands of years before it was supposedly discovered. And charted. The Orientius Phineas map of 1531, showing rivers and mountains on the Antarctic continent, again, without ice. How could cartographers of the 16th century possess such detailed knowledge of landmasses not officially discovered until centuries later? And then, ice-free? It suggests an earlier civilization, with global reach, and advanced geographical understanding. Whose knowledge did these cartographers inherit? Imagine a device, discovered in a shipwreck, dating back to 100 BC, a complex assembly of bronze gears, dials, and inscriptions. So intricate, so advanced, it wouldn't be seen again for another 1,000 years. The Antikythera mechanism, an astronomical calculator, predicting solar and lunar eclipses, planetary movements, even Olympic game cycles. A marvel of engineering. Yet, it appears in isolation. No known predecessors. No successors for centuries. A technological outlier. Did it emerge from a forgotten lineage of advanced science? Or was it merely an anomaly, a singular flash of genius? In a museum, unassuming pottery jars, discovered near Baghdad, dating to the Parthian era, around 250 BC to 250 AD. Inside, a copper cylinder, an iron rod. When filled with an electrolyte, like grape juice, they generate an electrical current. The Baghdad battery. Was it used for electroplating? For medicinal purposes? Or perhaps something more esoteric? This simple artifact challenges our understanding of ancient capabilities. Electricity, centuries before Voltaire and Franklin. If true, what does this imply about the energy sources and technologies available to our ancient ancestors? Many ancient cultures speak of a great flood, a global cataclysm, a cosmic event that wiped the slate clean. Scientific evidence now points to a younger Dryas impact event around 12,800 years ago. A sudden, dramatic cooling of the planet. Extinction events. Coastal flooding. If a global catastrophe truly reshaped the Earth, how much knowledge, how many civilizations, were utterly erased? Was this the Great Reset? The reason for the sudden gaps in our historical record? The profound silence that follows periods of advanced construction? We may be looking at fragments of a world that endured a cataclysm beyond our current comprehension. Beyond tools and devices, what of materials? Orichalcum, mentioned by Plato as a brilliant metal, second only to gold, found in Atlantis. Vimanika Shastra, ancient Indian texts describing flying machines and their propulsion systems. The melting of stone at Pumapunku, suggesting a process beyond simple carving. Were these fantastical tales, or echoes of advanced metallurgical, chemical, or even energy processes that vanished? A knowledge of matter itself that we have yet to rediscover. The alchemists of old, often dismissed as charlatans, might have been guardians of a forgotten science. The pyramids of Egypt, Mesoamerica, China, not merely tombs. Their alignment with celestial bodies, their precise mathematical ratios, their internal passages. Some theorists propose they were not just burial sites, but functional machines. Resonators, power generators, capable of harnessing telluric energy, or even atmospheric electricity. A forgotten purpose. If true, it implies a profound understanding of physics and geophysics among ancient peoples. A knowledge system entirely different from our own. A technology of resonance and energy manipulation, perhaps, that challenges our very definition of ancient. The official narrative, the old world and the new, separate until Columbus. Yet, evidence persists. Olmec colossal heads with distinct African features. Ancient Egyptian mummies containing traces of cocaine and nicotine. Plants indigenous only to the Americas. Roman coins unearthed in Venezuela. Chinese artifacts in Mesoamerica. Did ancient mariners possess the capability for transoceanic voyages? Was global interaction commonplace, centuries, millennia, before we acknowledge? These connections, dismissed as coincidences, paint a picture of a far more interconnected ancient world. One where knowledge and cultures could truly spread globally. Beneath our feet, a hidden world. Vast underground cities like Derinkuyu and Kaymakli in Cappadocia, Turkey. Multi-level complexes, capable of housing thousands, complete with ventilation shafts, wells, and defensive mechanisms. Yet, their true purpose and builders remain largely enigmatic. Beyond these, folklore speaks of extensive global tunnel systems, connecting continents. Myth. Or a forgotten infrastructure, built to escape cataclysms? Or for reasons we can scarcely imagine. These hidden realms suggest a scale of ancient activity, a network of civilization, that our textbooks simply fail to capture. Our ancestors observed the heavens with astonishing accuracy. Stonehenge. The Mayan calendar. The knowledge of precession of the equinoxes, a cycle of nearly 26,000 years, embedded in ancient myths and structures. How could ancient civilizations, without telescopes or modern computing, possess such sophisticated astronomical understanding? Was it accumulated over vast periods? Or inherited from an earlier, more advanced source? A profound connection to the cosmos, perhaps seeing patterns and cycles that we, in our modern hubris, have either forgotten or dismissed as primitive superstition. Why are these anomalies often marginalized, dismissed as pseudoscience or fringe theories? Is it a protection of academic paradigms? Or something more intentional? The destruction of the Library of Alexandria, countless texts lost. The suppression of certain scientific discoveries throughout history. Who benefits from a controlled narrative? A streamlined version of the past often simplifies present complexities. Could some truths be too disruptive? Too challenging to the established order? The discomfort of confronting a radically different past keeps these questions at bay. Our textbooks typically place modern human civilization relatively recently, but evidence suggests a much deeper past. Footprints in New Mexico, dating 23,000 to 21,000 years ago. Sophisticated tools found in locations that challenge traditional migration patterns. The official timeline of human development feels increasingly constrained by new discoveries. What if humanity, in its current form, has existed far longer than accepted, experiencing multiple cycles of advancement and decline, leaving behind only the most resilient whispers of its existence? A grander, older story. History, after all, is written by the victors, or by those who control the narrative. The sources we rely upon, ancient texts, archaeological interpretations, academic consensus, are all products of their time and biases. How much of what we accept as fact is filtered, reinterpreted, or entirely overlooked? The very act of questioning these sources is crucial. It's not about dismissing the known past, but about acknowledging its potential incompleteness. The puzzle pieces we have might belong to a much larger, more intricate picture, a tapestry woven with threads of forgotten ages. The challenge lies in proof. Definitive, irrefutable evidence. Mainstream academia demands it, often rigidly. Yet, the evidence for these forbidden histories often exists in fragments, anomalies, unexplained correlations. It requires a willingness to connect disparate dots, to entertain possibilities beyond the established framework. This isn't about wild speculation, but about applying critical thought to uncomfortable facts. To ask, what if the absence of definitive proof is, itself, a part of the mystery, a result of past destruction or present oversight? If ancient civilizations truly possessed advanced knowledge, if global cataclysms periodically reset humanity, what does this mean for our present? For our future? It implies a cyclical nature to existence, not just a linear progression. It suggests that our current understanding of technology, energy, and even consciousness might be mere rediscoveries of what was once known. A humility born from acknowledging a grander, more complex past. Understanding these forgotten histories might unlock solutions to present challenges, or warn us of cyclical dangers we are now too arrogant to perceive. The forbidden history is not merely a collection of strange facts. It is an invitation to look deeper, to question harder, to think beyond the confines of what we are told, to accept that the past is a vast, uncharted ocean, not a placid pond. Every anomaly, every unanswered question, is a doorway, a pathway to a more complete, more astonishing understanding of who we are, where we come from, and what capabilities humanity truly possesses. The narrative we hold is incomplete. And the real story? It's waiting to be unveiled. We are not alone in our curiosity. Scholars, researchers, and independent thinkers around the globe are piecing together this mosaic. They challenge the accepted. They seek the uncomfortable truth. The true history of humanity may not be a simple upward climb, but a saga of soaring achievements, devastating falls, and forgotten restarts. It's a complex, awe-inspiring legacy, waiting to be reclaimed. The journey into the forbidden history is ongoing. And perhaps, the greatest discovery of all, is the realization that the quest for truth never truly ends.